Welcome back everyone to TCG Card Shop Simulator. And in between episodes I did what I said I was going to do. I've switched this round so we're stocking about half and half. We will get the boxes of these, the bigger versions, at 37. We're currently making 66 profit on here and 15.1 on this one. I've also stocked up the tables. And unfortunately, as you can see in the top right, I did run out of money. So there's still some products here that needs to be topped up. Blues over here. But I did manage to get some boxes done for the bulk. There's some on this side. And I chucked them somewhere else over there as well. So I went through the collection and got all the big tier ones. Do need to collect some boxes on this episode because I used a lot to do the moving around. And we have a couple of things on the floor here I want to clear out. Just I haven't got the shelving space for them because I'm still trying to cut the purples down. But let's get the report for the previous day. Shouldn't be much to top up. I've done it in between episodes. Now, the one thing I will discuss is in the last episode I did look back at the video. We went from 32 to 36 in a 3-day cycle in the shop. So we was gaining over a level a day. And that was all down to the changes with the card tables. So if we have a look at the card tables, 84 hours, there was 56 games on the card table, and we made 675. So you don't make a lot from the tables, but also as soon as you spend out for the cost of the table, except for the daily cost of the events, everything else is free. So when you say like your item earnings here, out of that £10,000 in item earnings, probably about 5,000 of that would have been the cost of the products to start with. So it's definitely going to be one of these. If you're running the card tables, you will get an insane amount of experience and levels, but it will cut down on your item or your checkouts in the store. So 92 checkouts was actually quite good because it was hovering around mid-80s in the last episode. And I have increased the tables up to 5. I do need to get the bills paid on this episode, and I think immediately I need to get started straight up. I need some money to come in so I can order these products. But yeah, we've got 5 down. I've just sort of put them all over the place just to not have like it looking like a dining room in here. Plenty of space still here as well, because we do want to try and stock the plushies, because the one good thing is with these there's less checkouts, but also means with less checkouts you don't have to stock up as much. So if they're not stocking up as much, then the workers have more time on their hands. So it does mean I could stock more products in the shop. Well, there's already 4 gone missing off there, so let's get these done. And then we'll go and do our card machines. We're still only selling duplicate cards. And Terence won't come and do the prices for this until he's done the old shop, so we'll have to set these ourselves. We do have access to the next worker. I think it was at level 38. And then we get another one at 40. Okay, so all that's set up. Let's have a look at our machines and let's see if we can continue the look we've been having in recent episodes. Well, immediately, £1,400. That means a good start to the episode. It's on this page somewhere, which is going to be you down there, 1,156. There's one to send off for grading today. And there's not going to be much on there. And they're already coming to restock the machines. Again, next machine, over £1,000 in here. Got a 46 there, so it's not on this page, it's on here. Another 1,100 card, so another one for grading. 459's not going to be too much in here, but we'll have a quick look. Gold full down there, 142. That's probably going to be the only big card in here. And 1,000 in here as well. That's a decent amount. 79 at the top, 88 and a 95. So 3 full arts on that page alone. And then we've got, oh, actually, we've got a full art. It's not foils, but full art God Pack. And a 52 down there. So, yeah, nice selection of cards there for us to stock up on the table. What cards are down here? So those are just boxes. I do want to talk to the people, so I want to see. So it's you two, Angus, and I can never remember the other guy's name. Dennis. So I want to change them up slightly. So let's find Angus first. Let them finish the machines and then I'll set it up. But what at the moment, I've got them putting any Destiny cards in there. But because we're only stocking these 2 boxes of Destinies and we're stocking all these in the rares, I want them to be stocking up the rares only. So we want to tell you to do... So at the moment, your primary task is pack machine. So we'll tell you pack machine, keep it as your primary, but I'm just going to take off the basic Destinies and only do the rares. And then I want to find Dennis and do exactly the same thing. We do have customer trading, so let's have a look at you. No, not going to do it. And as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4 full card tables. Oh, that is a fantastic one, but it's a trade, unfortunately. We can have a look at what the maximum values is. So this one on the right, what I've currently got, can be worth 13,699. The one on this side, even if I roll a 10, it's only going to be worth 12,000. So in that case, it's not worth me doing. But if that was to buy, I would have brought it. There is 6 spaces on here, so let's get some cards out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just trying to see what Greg... No, he's still doing the things over there. So let's set some prices. I was informed that people can buy the cards off this table even if a price is not set, but they pay the market price, which isn't a big deal on these. That's not too bad, so I need to start ordering some stock in. Especially this one, because we're totally out. As you see, we've got 1 box. And unfortunately, these are the small ones, are they? I thought we had these in the big ones. Let me just come out to this checkout menu. Ah, we haven't bought the license. I wonder why it was only ordering the small one, so let's pay for that license. That's more like it. And we'll order pretty much a full amount. Definitely some more stuff I need to order, so like you here. Get 2 boxes of you and 2 boxes of the blue. Anything else looking down? No, those are topping up. I think I'm happy with that. Let's just have a look at these, because I don't think I had any in the back. Let's check that out. Oh, we haven't quite got enough. So let's take some of the rare Destinies off. Until I can afford it. That will give them something to do, bringing them boxes in. I want to see what this random box is on the floor here. Ah, it's because they've been taking the purples out on the floor over here. So that's fine. We'll just tidy up the shop. Still got a couple of those blue ones and just making sure there's no spaces. No, those are all full. We don't have a lot of money, so we might not be able to get lucky with buying anything. Okay, so it's one I haven't got. He's offering an half-decent price. Let's go 180. And then I want to update this with some new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what have you got over here, madam? Again, it's one I've not got. So let's just offer 60... Not £60. And what have you got, nice? Another one I haven't got. Again, you're asking a fairly decent price. Let's offer 180 and see what they say. He has dropped his price down, and it is still a good price. It is worth 221. Yeah, 190, I think I'm happy with that. And our machines are done. We need to find who's the other guy. It was Dennis. Where's he gone? Okay, he's not in the back room here. Ah, there he is at the back. So you're currently doing the pack machine as his secondary. So again, I want to take off the basic Destinies and allow him to do rares only. So now we'll only have the rare Destinies coming in here. So nearly 1,000 again. So again, another good one, 611 at the top there, and an £100 gold foil at the bottom there. Very nice. Another £1,000, so I'm happy with this. 676 down there. Is it Sunflork? I think that one is. And 127 gold foil at the top there. Another £1,000. So I'm happy with that. 612 there. And what about you? 630. Not as quite as spicy, but £200 for that card at the bottom there. 60 and a 70 on the full art. Very nice. Let's give them an hand. Okay, let's get them lights on because it is starting to get a little dim. And all the tables are full. Greens are not looking great. Let me just have a look in the back. Yeah, greens are out. So let's get this topped up first. I've got 4 spaces. And there it is. That Sunflork we picked up was a duplicate, so it can go on the table. There's about another £1,000 worth. Gregory is loading up so we can come and set them prices in a minute. And let me just run round with the scanner. We have got £3,000, so we're pretty much okay. These we can't order. Those are the ones I did myself. And put a couple of boxes of those. What about you? Yeah, let's get 2. We've got loads of them in the back, so I don't need to order them. We've got quite a bit of those. People keep walking in front of the scanner gun. We have a fairly decent number of these. But it is the ones we're loading in the machine. So I do want more. Okay, how are we doing on this side? Get a bit of those in. And then let's just check on these. 18 in the back. 22 in the back. How are we doing on these? Only 12. So we'll get another couple of boxes. I think that'll be fine. And then let's check on the mats. 7 in the back. Let's get another one. Just make sure we've got over 10. We've got an empty space over here. But apparently we haven't got those in storage. So let's just take one off for the moment. What about these? Not enough in the back. Not certain why I've got 64 of those in the back, so I think I must have set the grey ones up in the green slot. Now again, all that order I've just put in, I haven't got enough to afford everything. Take a green off. 67. Let's take the greens off. 65. What else do I want to take off? Just waiting for a little bit of money to come in. There it is. Now, greys are not in the back, so I need to find the grey one. Oh, we've got grading out here. I forgot all about that. There's the grey one. Where do we put these? It was over here. Yeah, I've got greens here and greens there. Yeah, and that's a purple I can see from here. Do apologise about my voice. It is starting to break up. I keep getting one cold after another one at the moment. Nothing too serious. Okay, machines are ready again. We're nearly coming up to the end of the day. And again, another £1,000 in here. 658 there. That's a nice one. 31 down there. And with ghost reversed at the top there. Very nice. Only 300 in there. There's not going to be a lot, so I'm just going to skip it. 1,500. So we're having some tremendous luck with here. Another 1,100. So I've probably got enough to send off another batch as long as I've got enough money to afford it. 612, that's going to be most of the value out of the 900 there. We haven't got this one, so I'm just going to offer... Oh, actually, no, it's a trade. So no, let's leave it. Get some cards set up on here. That £1,000 we've just got is actually a duplicate, so I'm going to send that off for grading. We can make more money that way. Get some prices set up on here, and then we'll go and do the tills. With the tables finishing, we might just about earn enough to be able to send a batch of grading off on this day. Okay, let's go and do the tills. Okay, machines are all done, so I'm just going to get the report, and these guys can bring this stuff in, and then we'll have a look at the grading. So 98 checkouts, that's nice. If I can get that above 100, I'll be happy. So we're losing about 26 customers, which are then... But there's 52 being played on the table, so that's actually quite nice. And 31,000 experience. I can live with that. We didn't pay the bills off again, so I do need to get that done on the next day. 5,000 on the card table, 1,000 on the gaming tables, and item earnings 10,000. Very nice numbers. So I need these people to come in and start loading everything up. Going to take a little while on that, so I'll bring you back when we're ready to start the shop up. Okay, I'm still trying to check the boxes in. While I'm doing that, let's go and have a look at our graded. Let's see how much luck we got. We got fantastic luck in the last one. I think it was 5 or 6 10s we got and a bunch of 9s in the one and a level 1. That's actually not too bad. 2 9s and 2 10s and a 9 is not the best. And then a bunch of 8s and 7s we'll end up selling on the table at some point today. So not the absolute total best. I am going to take one of these cards up a second because I want to see if that 9's worth sending out for regraded. Let's have a look at the grading. And then let's sort by price and see if we can find that 9. So there it is up there, the Sunfloor. We've actually got 3 9s. Let's see which ones of these are worth sending out for regrading, because it will cost us to regrade. So currently this one is worth, at grade 9, 8,000. It can be worth 20. So that's a no-brainer. Let's look at the next 9 we've got, which is you. Currently you're worth 6,000, 22,000. So a £16,000 gain. Yeah, I've definitely got to be doing you. So you're going to be sending out for regrading today. And let's have a look at the third one. Not all 9s are worth sending back out. Especially when it comes to like ghost cards. They're definitely not worth it. And again, you can go from 6,000 to 14,000. So again, another one. There is an achievement which I've recently learnt about where it's having every single grade of the same card. I might get that one. Like I said, I'm not going to go out my way to do it. So let's go to Destinies and let's go to duplicates. My ice duplicate is going to be sent out. So £48. So he's going to come into the table. I am going to open up the shop a second because everybody's standing out there. So it looks like we must have had stock hanging around when I put that second order in. Yeah, these are all full. Well, less than partial boxes, it looks like it. So let's change these round. And you're an 8. So yeah, I'd over-ordered, and this is why I don't like to do 2 orders in a day. So we've got Destiny Rares out there. I think I'm just going to add an extra section on, and then they'll bring them in. So not too busy at the start of the day today. We do have a couple of spaces. Let's go and sort that grading out. So we do have another set of grading coming back on this day as well. So we want to make sure we send 2 off on this day. So we want to be going into graded cards and we want to send all them 9s back out. I forgot to change it. It's right click to put it in the menu now. And then the 8s and 7s, we'll just end up selling them on the table. Okay, so the next thing we want to be doing is having a look at, say, the Destinies, because those are the ones we're opening up, so we should have a good amount. And then we want to sort it by the price. So I've got 2 copies of this. We are going to be sending both out. We send you out because you're £1,000. I've got 2 spaces, another £1,000 card there. And have we got another one? 960. I'm going to send it out. It's close enough. 1600. We've got enough money to send it. And I've lost my mouse. There it is. So at least we're guaranteed to get at least 1 set back on the next day. Okay, so we want to go into graded, go into price, and then we want to start listing some of these 8s out. Should still be worth a few thousand. So you want... yeah, 4,500. Be a nice cash injection if we can get that done today. And then we'll send the 7s on here after. I actually haven't even had a look at what our big cards are, so let's just have a look. So we've got a £22,000 card there and a 16,000 on this side. And then those ones I've just put out. And we've got a 12,000 and an 18,000. So I don't like having more than, say, about half the selection as big cards. I'd rather have some less than 5,000 so more people can purchase them. Okay, we do have some trading over here. And again, it is a trade up. I'm just going to do it. Worth slightly more. And let's get on with our machines. 500. Might be a ghost in here. 109 for a gold foil. We've got another gold foil there for 115. And a couple of 30s. 500, so it's about the same as what we've just had. 160 gold foil. And what have you got nice? 300, there's not going to be too much in there, so I'm just going to skip it. And 560. I'm just checking these because you do have a chance of the ghost cards. Anything around the 500. 103 there. And 61 up there. Now, I do have some small boxes on here. Nobody seems to be wanting to clear, so I do want to make sure I'm getting these on myself. And then we've only got the big boxes. We have already hit 37 and about to hit level 38. I can't believe that. So that does mean that we have got the bigger boxes and some of the big cards have sold because over 7,000. So yeah, some of them big cards are sold. We'll grab the others later. What are you? These will sell pretty good throughout the day. Just making sure them like full on the shelf. 16s across the board, yeah. And what's the other one? I've got a 14 there. Yeah, they'll sell. I'm not going to fuss too much with getting the boxes exactly perfect. And I think I'm going to go and help on the till for a bit. Because there is a lot of people in the shop. So we are getting up to the point. We have just hit 38 so we can get that new worker in. And I think we are getting to the point where we might need a second till person. Because I am going to... okay, another big card just sold because we've got over nearly 13,000 now. So that's nice. Who's going to come to me? Nobody at the moment. They're all going to the tables. I might get a 6 table in when we get rid of that corner. But I'm not too fussed about getting more than that. I would rather have a little bit of extra experience. You are asking a fantastic price on that, so I have got to try and get it. Yeah, 700, I'm happy with that. And somebody should still be filling these, which they are. Just looking around to make sure nothing is looking too empty. So that one's not got much in the back. Probably get another one of them. And something's overstocked on this side, so I don't want to get too much on them. We know we've got some of these on the floor in the back. So I won't go too much on these. We know we've got the reds in the back. Yeah, that's all pretty much good. That's the stuff I do myself. What about greens? There's none in the back, so let's get a box of those. Need you to just move. It's 20, so that's fine. There's none of those in, so we'll get 2. Can afford a second box of those. And these over here I need to remember to do as well. Couple of those. Yeah, I'm happy with that. £4,000. Let's have a look at the card table. Actually, customer trading first. Nothing I need there. I haven't forgot about the donation box. Now, it was something I was going to get down in the last episode to show it off in the new update. There is some problems with it. They have tried to fix it. I don't know how it's doing. Collection box is mainly to bribe people, but we're already sitting at a 4.62. I don't think we need to bribe people and give cards away for free when we could be making some money from it. So I might go down into it eventually, but at the moment, there's just no need for it. And let's get the duplicate sorted. Yeah, 160s. And Gregory is loading up, so that means he's free to go and label them up with prices in a second. Don't need anything from you. And the one thing I did forget to check on the previous day is the events. Can we move up from the Earth Cup to something better? So we can go up to the water one. But we're only 18 away, so we might be able to get that before we finish the day. Let's confirm that event, so we're moving up to the next event at least. Sitting on 15,000, that's nice to see. And the optimization on the game seems to be taking a bit of a hit if you've got too much products in the shop. I do know there's a lot of people that can get motion sickness from this game because they like the little movements all the time. I do try my best to cut that down to the minimum. And also the YouTube encoding doesn't exactly help the videos as well. Let's click at the sell first. 370. No, I'll give you 375 and then that's it. Okay. But yeah, if you move your mouse too much, I have took the sensitivity all the way down to the bottom just to try and help it out and make it a bit more pleasing on the eyes. But there's definitely some more optimization that the game could definitely deal with. I think it's time we go into plushies. After I do this. Now, I did buy the tape. Oh, actually, no. Machines have to be priority because that's also another good way we can gain experience. Only 500. Let's just have a quick look. Make sure we haven't got a ghost. No. Only 400 in there. We won't get a ghost for that value, but we'll have a quick look. Nice box at the top there. 900. 122. There's still something else in here. Nice. There. Ghost reverse. And 480, so there's not going to be a lot in there, but we'll quickly have a scan. Let's see if we can get rid of these last couple of boxes on here. Of the small ones. Now, there is definitely a license we unlocked at 37. And there is definitely an employee we locked at 38, which I do want to get sorted. I want to take the partial boxes. There you go, I've done that. Brilliant. So 64's there, 64. There's a box up there, partial. And there's a box there with 1 in. Because I'm after boxes, I am just going to quickly sort this out. I always like my 10 boxes in case I'm moving things around in between episodes or moving new products. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. We've already got the shelves here. There was 3,000 each. We brought these a long time ago. Let's get the first set of plushies down. Now, we did unlock all the licenses in the last one. And I do mean all the licenses. I think we unlocked maybe about 20 licenses in the last episode because we sold the £33,000 card. Just get an handful of these. Keep this table going. Because we are making a good amount. 5,000 a day off the table is about half the amount we're making in the shop in a day. And before I forget or buy anything else, I need to deal with my bills. 9,000 in bills. It's unlike me, I normally keep on top of them. But I do need to pay attention to that in future. Down to £40 cards in there. Everything's going okay in the shop. It is 8 o'clock, so we do want to order some products for you. Let's have a look at the figurines. So we can go... We've got 3 shelves, so we can go tier 1, 2, and 3. Now, you don't need a full shelf for these. I think I'm going to get 2 boxes of each on the top. And let's just purchase them for the moment. We want to find the pigs first. And we might need some things in the back as well to be able to store them. I think I've got some spaces. No, we'll get another shelf in. I want the plushies to have its own shelf. We can just leave everybody running the shop at the moment. I don't have to get every single trading that comes along. So tier 1's up in the corner there. And then we'll get you on the bottom, I think. Having the bigger ones on the top and the smaller ones on the bottom are probably better. And I think I'm happy just to do the 1 row. That was perfect because I've got another box back. Okay, what was the second one? I do like to try and keep them in order. It would be the sharks and the stars. There's the sharks. Well, I think it's a shark anyway. Put you up on the top. It is 9 o'clock, so as soon as the shop's empty... Let's just put you on the floor because I need to set price on there in case somebody wants to buy it. Yeah, about £15 profit. There's a lot of things in the shop we sell roughly around that much profit. You're on your own, you won't get a game, so let's kick him off the table. Maybe he wants to purchase something. Let's go and clear these. Sorry to keep you waiting. Now, stars was the next one. And then bats was the last one. But at least we can set them up on the shelf. And we'll put the stars on this side. Set up a price. So yeah, as you see with this one here, average cost when buying them for 8. We're only selling them for 15. So yeah, everything, it's easy just to say a 50%. Anything we earn on a day on the sales, we're only really making half that money because half it is the cost of the product. And we have it 39, so that's fantastic. Okay, that game is just about to finish, so let's have a look at our machines. Only 400 in here, there's not going to be a lot, but we'll have a quick look through, make sure there's no ghosts, no. Next one, 700. Got 96 gold foil, full art at the top there. And a nice silver foil, is it? Yeah, silver foil pack. Got one at the bottom. 299 is not going to be a lot in there, and same with the other one. So everybody has left for the shop. So what I'm going to immediately do is get the report. So down to 83 checkouts on this day in the shop. I think that was because there was a big queue in the shop and I didn't have a second person on the till. I will try and fix that on this day. We paid off a massive amount for our bills, but we still come out with a profit at the end of the day, even with all that money. I think it was £10,000 I spent on bills. So yeah, very nice. 1,000 on the tables, 10,000 just below it in the shop, and 15,000 on the card table. So it was actually a pretty bad day, but we're still getting our 30,000 experience. Hence why we're racing through the levels still. So I'm just going to let everybody fill everything up at the moment. machines and all that, and then we can finish getting this sorted. So I need to find the bats. And we've got enough money where I can order the T2s in immediately. So let's just drop you a second, set a price. And I've managed to stock up the box supply I wanted back up for the next move. So the next thing I want to be doing is ordering the T2 figurines. Just get 2 boxes of each for the moment. We will move all these about eventually when we get the tier 4s unlocked, because you can own, the way I'm setting up the thing is only going to be set up for the first 3 tiers. There was something else that's unlocked. Actually, before we do this, let's go and get our new recruit. So we do have Benji, and we also do have Alexander, so we can get 2 new people. Now, you're the one I'm after, Lauren, because she's very good on the tills, which is the next level. So I think I am going to get both the... Well, we can only afford one, so we'll get Benji first. And I think Benji, we're going to have... Because he's a fast and fast, I think he's going to be good having on the till. And if he's not doing the till, we could say go and stock the shelves. So he's going to be jumping between the both. And then because Clark is very fast on the till, and he's very slow at restock, we'll have him just stopping on the till permanently with no second obs. So we just got to wait for this guy to turn up. There is some trading, so let's have a look at this one. Oh, that's more like it. 4 10s, 3 9s, and an 8. I can live with that. And a lot of them was the ghost ones as well. Very nice. Now, this is the new guy. So, we said we want you to man the counter as your primary. And then we want you to restock the shelves as your secondary. Exactly. Don't put anything where it shouldn't be. Okay, so you're the one that matches to the shark, so we'll put you there. Somebody can come and bring it in. Then the pig goes into that one there. Somebody can bring that box in. And we're looking for the one that's not the pig. The bat. In the bottom corner. We'll take one of these out onto the shelf because I want to get the shelf done in a second. Let's have a look and see any of those gradings I want to put out. So, go to graded. And we want to go by price. So we've got an 8 there, a 7 there. Nothing else on that page. And let's go to the next page. There's an 8 over there as well. And let's set a price on these. Just while Terence is busy at the moment. And people standing around outside, so let's get the shop open. And I can continue doing these plushies throughout the day. Got enough boxes, I can start throwing them. And let's start setting some prices. So we're buying them for 11, selling them for 24. And all the stock should be in the back, so let's grab them off the shelf. We've done the first. Do the other 2, and then we'll have a look at what I need to order in the shop. Now we know there's no stock on the floor outside. I'm not going to overorder like I did the last time. And I do like these shelves because they exactly have enough to match a box. Okay, we've got a customer trading over here. Just decline that. And as you see, that guy is no longer on the till because there's nobody needed. Okay, what have we got? 349. There's not going to be a lot in there, so I'm just going to skip it. 496. Not too much there. 300. But we have had some good luck. And 478. There's not going to be a lot here. Just a gold foil there. And where was the one? That's the one I haven't done. And we still have one more worker we can employ, which I do want to be doing. Okay, he set the price on that. That's perfect. Okay, so are you filling up these here? So what box is on the floor? It's a purple. That should be on today. I walk around with the scanner going, I think I need to, before we employ anybody else. Okay, so let's have a quick look. So we want these to be at least about a dozen in the back shelf, 10 to 20. I think I'll get one more that you can get your tab took off, so there's none of these in the back. Got some of them, got some of them. Okay, greens and blues. So blues have got none, so I get 2. That fills up the back shelf. Get one more of them. You've got some in the back, so I'm not going to purchase any. You've got none, so let's just get 2 boxes because that fills up the back. See how these are doing. Another one of those. Now that's all looking good. 16, 18, 14, 18. That's all good. Check on these over here. Let's just actually look at the shelf. Buy one of those because he had the second box. And then we'll buy enough of these to fill up the back because these are the ones I'm putting in the machine. Take away 2 boxes. Because it is a £6,000 order. Let's pay our bills off. Keep on top of them. So we've still got 7,000. And I think I will get that other recruit if I can afford them. £8,000 fee. So now I need a bit more money. So let's pay attention to this card table because we can make some good money off here. So graded. And we want to go by price. Just want to get any more 8s and 7s we've got in here. We've got a bunch of 9s. Just wouldn't select it then. We'll get the ghost on there, and then we'll get some normal standard Destiny on here, unless I've got anything else. Well, I've got another 9 there. And everything else in here is 10s. So let's go to Destiny, and let's go to duplicates. I think I had 3 spaces. And those should sell pretty quick. Some customer trading. It's a grade 10. I think I am going to do this. This one is actually worth more, but grade 10s are just so hard to roll, so I will do that trade. Get a good collection of grade 10 set up. And you want my grade 1 now. Okay, nobody's come to set the prices, so let's set these on. And we've got a couple of more spaces here, so let's keep these cards coming. And what have you got? I've only got 1 of them. Let's offer you 100. I don't think it is that much lower. I'll do 105, but that's it. Okay, customer trading over here. I think I'm just going to buy these grade ones. We've got enough money. Let's offer 3. Okay, we've got some more spaces on here. 1, 2, 3. And another space. Don't know what Terence is doing, so let's just do it ourselves. And let's go back to these machines. 500, not going to be a lot. So we used most our luck up at the start of the episode, I think. Okay, you're not ready. 1,200, that's a bit better. 132 there. Ah, so we had a gold foil god pack. Very nice. Going to be a good selection to put out onto the table throughout the day. Looking for anything with partials to clear out the way, because these guys don't seem to want to clear them. And we're okay with boxes. So let's have a look at this one. 600, might be something in here. 145 gold foil at the bottom there. Any other partial boxes in here? 64's there. Yeah, there was 63 in that one. Now we do... That was rude. I thought I would have emptied the box if he hadn't walked in. Let's just order a few more of these, just so we're full up for the next time we want to do the machines. Actually, no, because level 40... I'll just order a few. Level 40, we get access to the next one. But it is going to be the small boxes. Okay, the other thing I was going to mention is if you have a look... Actually, let's have a look and see if we can do any expansions. So 41 is the main... Oh, actually, we've got one. 4,000 here. So 41's the next one, so that's only a couple of levels away. And what about in the B? I'm guessing it's 40. No, 50's the next upgrade in the back. But that one has put away that corner, and I did say I would probably put another table up there. I don't want to go more than 6 tables. And let's turn you that way, just so not everything's looking very samey. I do need to go into them light in a second. So you want one of my ghosts? No, I don't think I want to do that trade. And you want 435 and you want to give me a 490. Why not? Machines are all going. So yes, what I was going to say is in the DIY, we have access to the medium machines here. There's a reason why I've not upgraded them. These ones here can hold 32 and it takes about 4 hours. I think it's 4 hours, 16 minutes. If I upgrade to the medium machine, it's about every 6 to 7 hours, but it can hold double. I think... Because I think 3 of these machines is pretty much the same as 2 of the big ones in floor space. So 3 of these could hold 96. So they would hold slightly more. But like I said, because I'm checking these more often, I don't think going up to the medium machines would be really good unless we're absolutely flush with money. So I am going to decline that and we're going to be waiting for the next one, which is all the way down here, unfortunately, at level 55. But because we're getting a lot of levels, at least 4 per episode, it's probably only going to be 4 or 5 episodes and we'll have that, to be honest. Want to have a look at what else we've unlocked. We've unlocked projectors so we can put some cards up on the wall. We've unlocked a wall display. Huge personal shelf. And we've unlocked the better scent machines, but I've not had a problem with smelly people in the shop for a long time. And at 45, we can get the upgraded tables. They work the same, it's just the more prettier. So when I say upgraded, that's probably a bit, not the truth. They just look better. Okay, so the one I've currently got is worth 16,500. If you upgrade it, you're going to be worth 8,000. So in this case, that is no good to me to do. it's just going to be a loss on money. 5 spaces. And those gold falls we just picked up. And go straight onto the table. Perfect. Where's Gregory? Okay, let's set the prices myself. Unless he comes across. Nope, here he is. So that I'll leave him to it. I think it's working okay. I haven't seen any big queues in the shop on this day. Product-wise, we're looking okay across the board. Machines are ready to collect again, 1,000, so that's nice. We've got a full art pack there, a God one. 143, another gold foil up there. Another £1,000 in here. Gold foil, full art. That's the one that's worth the money. An EX rare. Foil. And what about the 2 here? 6,000. So this is the biggest of the episode. And it's a God Ghost pack. Something else on here, yep. 3,300 full art. Worth 22,000. And not a lot in there. But we can't grumble after we just got a 6,000. I do want to see if we can send off some more grading in this episode as well. I don't think it's that great of a price, so I'm not going to start messing around with it. And no. We'll have a tidy up because I could probably get these boxes. So I just need to sell one more, but I might just take them into singles just so I get the boxes off the floor. Have a good stock up in between. We've got 12,000. I haven't got that other worker. I might get in the next episode. And that's not worth me doing. Couple of more spaces on here. It is 9 o'clock, so we have finished another episode. 551 as a duplicate. Fantastic. And I do want to get the rest of these in, but we'll have to do it in the next episode now. What is this one? Just an empty, so I can just get binned. Let's have a look at the licenses, because we might have unlocked something else. So we've got all the licenses for the basic cards now, all the way across. We've got the battle decks there, which we are stocking. We've got the licenses for all those. I'm buying the bigger boxes. It makes it so much easier loading up that shelf, so we'll get rid of all the 4s before I order any more of those. And we have got this one unlocked now as well. Epic Destinies. I think I'm going to do that and get 2 boxes because I do want to start stocking them. Do I want to start putting... No, I think I want to wait for the bigger box before we start putting these in the machine. But we can still sell them on to the space I've got down here. We will buy a 4 unit as soon as I unlock the legendary version of this. Let's just have a look how much we're making on this. 9.33. We make £8 on there. And we make about £8 on there. So yeah, they're definitely more valuable. But it's just so much to keep putting the 32s in here. I might want to clear some of the ones out of this section now. But I can do that in between episodes. We'll have that as like the normal one and this as an overflow, whatever I'm stocking in the machine. Eventually I will just go with the big legendaries. Okay, we do have a couple of people here. You can go on your way. You can go on your way. Just make sure this guy's not going to buy. The machines are about an hour away, so that'll be the start of the next episode. Let's just have a look and see if we've got anything else we can send off for graded. So we've got at least one coming back in the next episode. Let's go Ghost. No, not Ghost. Let's go Destiny. Let's go Price. So what have I got? Got a 3,300 there. 920s. Let's have a look and see if we've got anything big in the Destinies. Sorry, in the Tetramons. We might have picked some up. Yeah, we picked some up from trading. Because we've not opened any Tetramon packs in a long time. So this has all come through trading. So down to 800s down here. And then I think I'm just going to fill it up with some ghost cards. My ice value ones. And I do lose money by sending the ghost off like this. But I'm willing to take the hit. We've been doing pretty good with money. £1,600. So yeah, we'll get one back in 3 days. That'll be the next episode. But this one we won't get until the episode after. Let's get the report. And then I can get people to help me stock up the shop in between episodes. Still sitting around that 94. Would like that to get closer up to the 100. We made 36,000 in experience. But we have got another table down we put late in the day. So that might start going up to 40,000. Earned 11,000 in the shop, 14,000 on the card table, and the game table's about 1,100. And I didn't check to see if we can move up the events. We'll do that in the next episode. 26,000 revenue. So we did make a bit of a loss, but that was mainly because of the upgraded card boxes we did at the end of the episode. But yeah, that's where I'm going to be calling it for this episode. Everybody can help me top up, and then when we come back on the next one, we'll be ready to start straight off and open up the shop. Hopefully you're still enjoying the series, and I'll be seeing you all again soon. Thank you very much for watching.